Some years ago, about a pair of the 6-inch refractors. These are the original images that were advertised and about them. And the owner was living near the Heathrow. He was a pilot and he used to photograph the airplanes also in his free time and sell them or make posters. Airlines were interested in their art. He was selling them, and these are achromatic. He also had EQ6 or equatorial mount 6, which was broken. He told me that is broken. If you want, you can take it, but it doesn't work. So I thought I would take it and probably I can repair it. I never managed actually to go around and just repair it. I just pulled it out the other day. I saw it has some paint chippings and everything, looks a little bit old and tacky. So I went and bought a hammerite paint. And with the hammerite black paint, I just painted a little bit here. It needed just some touching. And I touched it. And I decided to use it for the as an Alt Azimuth mount. Of course, it doesn't have any electronics, so if you want to move it, you have to balance the telescope. And then with the balanced telescope, you can actually move it around. Just unlock the 2 levels that there are. And with those 2 levels, you can actually, if you loosen them up, you can just lever it. And it will work perfect. And I thought that's for Alt Azimuth application, that's really good. The mount is hefty, is heavier than or at the same weight as the SkyTee that I'm using. I painted it. It was a delightful experience to paint or touch some of the parts that needed paint. Of course, I have to change these screws. The screws you see there, you have to do with a wrench to tighten it up for attaching the dovetail bar of the telescope. I may find something for that, the right size. I have to find which kind of screws they are. Hefty mount it has, and hefty tripod it needs also. That hefty tripod is the deserving thing for this. These mounts were on the market, I think, around the year 2000 or earlier, or a little bit before that, a few months or something like that. And they were quite popular because they were the state of the art by that time. EQ6 still is a very popular telescope mount. Is one that everybody wants to have, or if they can afford it, they will buy it. There are other telescope mounts, but they are at a very high price. This one probably you can buy it for 1,000, 2,000 pounds, same amount in dollar. But heavier ones, they are really, the other brands, 10,000, 12,000, the price of a car almost nowadays. The mount of it is very good. It's almost 3-inch thick legs it has. I've not measured it, just I'm guessing by looking at it. Probably I should measure it one day with a vernier. But it's quite sturdy. And I decided actually to put that 6-inch refractor that I still have, the longer one. And I tested on the night, observing the easy target like the Andromeda galaxy. I tried also to compare the look of this mount with the telescope on it with a similar size telescope in the Skywatcher range, blue type tube. And the first one is this from the left, is a 6-inch one. Next one is a 5-inch one, 120. First one was 150, and the third one is 100. So these are 4, 5, 6-inch refractors, achromatic refractors. I bought them in different times, not all at the same time, but I'm really delighted with the quality of them, especially the 6-inch one. Amazing. During the night, you can see diffraction rings around the stars. I was wondering what are those rings, and I was thinking this must be diffraction rings. I couldn't believe it because it's actually very rare that you can find a telescope that shows you the refraction rings, and I was really lucky with that. Earlier Skywatchers seems that have this very good quality for the lens, achromatic of course, and you can see the objective lens of these 3 telescopes, 6-inch to the left and 4-inch to the right. These kind of things were costing arm and leg in the 1970s, 1980s, the 1960s. Now these are observatory quality telescopes, and now we have them public can buy. China made the world very richer place for all the people, especially if you're a working class person and not a very posh and wealthy people, and we can enjoy it. And I did enjoy them during the night. I took them out, these three lovely achromatic telescopes, and I can say that they are near perfect in the sense of being able to show me details on the moon, details on the stars and the Andromeda galaxy. This is the EQ6. Marked it here, quite hefty compared with the other mounts. Then this next one is a SkyTee-2, and I use usually the 6-inch on that one, but now I put it on this one also. And the next one, which is lighter, is Altair Sabre, and Sabre is a lighter one. It can take a few things. All of them are Alt Azimuth was used. I used that telescope on this mount to observe the moon. It was difficult because the moon is very low in the summers, but when I went to observe this Andromeda galaxy, it was a time that it showed itself well. Okay, with the Celestron Silvertop and any other eyepiece used on this telescope, which is a Skywatcher 150mm achromatic refractor, I could see tiny rings around the stars, diffraction pattern. Now I can see it again with this 56mm Meade Super Plossl. Amazing. I'm now looking at the Andromeda galaxy. Beautiful view. Of course, it was the moon quite bright, and the sky was has some pollution. Although with that, I could see the at least one or probably two of the dark lanes of the Andromeda galaxy, and I could also record them in this photograph. You can see that I was pleased with these results. These are handheld camera against the eyepiece, showing very well. And I'm using the EQ6 mount. EQ6 mount, this one, I'm just using in Alt Azimuth mode. It doesn't work as a electronics of it is fried probably. I'm just using the Alt Azimuth mode. There is no declination knobs or anything that you can actually adjust it, but I can loosen it. The telescope is very balanced. When you think about it, this 56mm Meade Plossl is almost identical to the Celestron Silvertop 50mm. The difference is that in the Meade, the tube is extended. This is empty space upward, this amount here. So practically it guides your eye where to stand, where to hold it, to actually see the whole view, or the camera the same. So it's quite easy in that sense because it's guiding you. And in the Celestron, the eyepiece ends here. In the Meade, it is extended up to here. Of course, I'm observing with a 10-day moon in the sky, so the sky is relatively bright. Also, there is haze in the sky, and quite thick haze in it seems. I can see the stars, but through the telescope you see they're also brighter than normal sky background. So these are the images of the Andromeda galaxy. I can see the core, I can see the two dark lanes. If you look carefully, you will see. I see the M32 and M110. But also you can see the sky background is not very dark. That is because of the moon, and also slightly because of the light pollution in that area. Although that you cannot do anything about either of them. So I observed and I enjoyed this session of observing. Also, I used this EQ6 mount because I got it for free when I bought that telescope.